let's talk temperatures. And just FYI, as I sit here in my Indiana home, it's colder than balls outside right now. So talking about this whole Celsius Fahrenheit temperature thing just makes me thankful that I'm inside with heat that's actually working right now. Okay, so we're going to convert between Fahrenheit and Celsius because, we don't measure everything in the same way. So you'll notice that we have two formulas here, and it totally depends on what we start with which formula we use. Now, mathematically, these two formulas are 100% the same. So don't think like, oh man, what if I use the wrong one? Well, you can't, because technically they're the same thing. And let me just show you that real quick. If I take, let's take this one, okay? My first step algebraically would be to subtract 32 from both sides. So I'd get F minus 32 equals 9/5 C. Then to get C by itself, I would multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5/9. So 5/9 times F minus 32 equals C, and ayo, that is the formula on the other side. That's why I'm saying, ayos, they're the same. It's just a matter of using the one that's easier. So when I'm saying easier, when you are given a temperature, the thing you want to use, I call this the beef of the formula, because that's where all the math is, right? You want to use whichever one you're given in the beef. So if I'm given 20 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm given Fahrenheit, you want to use this one, given Fahrenheit. If you're given Celsius, you want to use this one. So it depends on what you start with, because if I'm given Celsius and I want to find Fahrenheit, notice Fahrenheit's by itself. So that's kind of how you differentiate between the two. Okay, let's go ahead and play. Sylvia keeps the temperature at a comfortable 70 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the in degrees Celsius? Man, I can't type, so please forgive me for my lack of typing skills. So what is 70 degrees Fahrenheit in degrees Celsius? So notice we are given Fahrenheit. We're trying to find Celsius. So we want Celsius to be by itself. This is the formula we're going to use. All right. So now we take our 70 degrees Fahrenheit and we plug it in for F. So let's keep our math solid here. 70 minus 32. Now we follow the order of operations. So order of operations say grouping symbols first. So I'm going to take 70 minus 32, and that gives me a cool 38. And now I take 5/9 times 38. So in your calculator, you can actually hit 5 divided by 9 times 38, and that will give you your answer of roughly 21.1 degrees Celsius. And I did round that because this does not come out nicely, but it's roughly 21 degrees Celsius. I guess I used Celsius twice, but that's okay. 21 degrees Celsius. Let's go the other direction. Danny mentioned that it was chilly at -10 degrees Celsius. What is that in degrees Fahrenheit? Okay, so now notice that we are given Celsius. We want to find Fahrenheit. So the Fahrenheit's going to be what's by itself. So 9/5 C plus 32. And I work with some people from Canada, and I love being on meetings with them when I'm like, ooh, it's chilly. And they're like, shut up, because, it's really cold in Canada. Yeah, high five for people who live in that coldness. All right, so we have -10 degrees Celsius. We're going to deal with some negative numbers here as well. So 9/5 times -10 plus 32. Now, our order of operations say that we are going to multiply and divide from left to right before we add. So right here, I'm going to take 9 divided by 5 times -10. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, and that's going to spit out at us -18. And then the final step is taking -18 plus 32, which gives us roughly 14 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about what it is outside right now here. So this is pretty common in my world. So that's just some playing with some Celsius and Fahrenheit. Hope you enjoyed it.